Somebody's shooting at the police. You can expect that the police are going to fire back.
Breaking news in that officer-involved shooting in St. Clair Shores that left one man dead as well as a canine officer. The Macomb County Sheriff releasing new video and now calling the use of force justified. That incident outside of a baby shower left 29-year-old Theo Gray dead, as well as Axe the police dog. The sheriff revealing the conclusion of his department's investigation this morning. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was there and joins us live from Mount Clemens with more on the sheriff's investigation. Kim?
Yes, Anu, the sheriff said Theo Gray was armed with a handgun, and they say he was also expecting trouble the evening of his baby shower, and then he was agitated and brandishing his gun in the banquet hall. Here's the call to 911.
I own 26211 Harper Avenue. I need the police here now. Now, I have a gunman in my hall. I need the police here now.
On arrival, officers observed a large crowd formed outside of the building. One of the males in the crowd matched the description given and was identified as the suspect. He was given several verbal commands to stop, and he fled on foot around the building, running northbound on Harper. 4 St. Clair Shores police officers and K-9 Axe pursued the suspect. The suspect removed a firearm, an FN-57, from his waistband and fired a shot at St. Clair Shores police officers. Officers then drew their weapon, took cover, and returned fire. The suspect continued to flee around the adjacent building, Harper Auto Electric. The suspect stopped in the parking lot of the business and engaged the officers. Additional St. Clair Shores police officers arrived on scene. The suspect was ordered to drop the gun, which he did not. St. Clair Shores officer fired several more shots at the suspect until he dropped the gun and fell to the ground.
And the sheriff could not say who killed Axe. He said ballistic tests are not back on the bullet fragments that killed the K-9 officer. Reporting live in Mount Clemens, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.
All right. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. I'm going to show you a few more videos concerning this incident where 29-year-old Theo Gray was shot. And I'll tell you how many times after this next video at his own baby shower, where they're saying that he was expecting trouble, as the lady put it. They're saying that, he was walking around with a gun, and that doesn't necessarily necessitate a crime. Guns are a Second Amendment right. So you heard the call. Well, the Karen, I assume, was saying that there was a man walking around with the lobby and a gun. All right. So that is in itself is not a crime. Yet the police came and they said, well, he ran and he fired a shot at the K-9. Now, this one says that the K-9. Now, the next thing you're going to hear is say he fired at the officers. And they're saying that dog was killed, but mysteriously they don't know who killed Axe, which is the dog. But yet and still they have justified this shooting. Now, once again, this shooting happened 2019. I didn't hear about it until somebody sent this to me because of the sheer overkill that they did to this young black man. And for more information on that, just watch this video right here. This video is fair use for literary and commentary purposes only.
The Macomb County Sheriff has cleared St. Clair Shores police in the shooting that claimed the lives of a man and a K-9 officer.
The sheriff also released this security camera video of a frenetic scene and the 911 calls, he says, prove police were justified in using deadly force. Sean Lay joins us now. A lot to go through here, Sean.
A lot. Let's get right to it. 3 main headlines to pass along right now. You're right. Investigators found that this shooting was justified in their opinion. It's not known who also shot the police K-9 in this case. K-9 Axe. We're also hearing from the mother of the person shot to death for the very first time.
Oh, my God, I'm going to have a heart attack. Did he point it at anyone? I don't know. He's outside throwing a fit with a gun.
A frantic call to 911 from employees inside Lakeland Manor Banquet Hall in St. Clair Shores. A man with a gun is storming around inside and outside. Investigators say the gunman was Theo Gray, who can be seen running from St. Clair Shores police as they arrive, firing a shot at police that hits the ground before Gray's gun jams. Police fired back, hitting Gray. Police can be heard ordering Gray to drop the gun before officers then shot and killed him. Police firing 48 shots in all, a shooting found to be justified.
If somebody's shooting at the police, you can expect that the police are going to fire back.
Video also shows St. Clair Shores Police Canine Axe released to go after Gray, then retreat. The canine had also been shot and was also killed. Bullet ballistic tests are not complete. Sheriff's investigators cannot say if Gray shot Axe or if police shot him. But the St. Clair Shores chief says the video is convincing to him.
From what I've seen, it sure appears as if Gray's bullet struck Axe.
Gray's mother reacting to the findings for the very first time today.
We want justice for both of them.
Whose bullet killed Axe? Bring that examiner's report. Show where that bullet came from. It didn't come from Theo Gray.
Back here live, that gun that police say found with Gray was stolen out of Columbus, Ohio. The officers involved in this from St. Clair Shores expected to be back on the job soon. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
And Sean, I guess we're learning that more people from the baby shower could face charges in all this, right?
Interesting twist. As they reviewed the videotape from inside and outside, they found many people, investigators say, with guns there. They want to track those people down and at least question them. Plus, a fully loaded AK-47 was found at the rear of the banquet hall. Police are very confident that some kind of shootout was going to go down.
All right, and so there you see them putting more yeast on the situation, saying that several people had guns, and police are sure that there was going to be another shootout, and police are tracking people in the video who had guns. Who's to say that they don't have a right to have those guns? Once again, we have seen in America where just the mere mention of a black person exercising their Second Amendment right oftentimes result in death. And they are placing more emphasis on the dog, as you're going to hear this next family spokesman speak about the situation and how they are not saying, okay, who shot the dog? And, you know, the ballistic texts are unclear. And you saw that police chief saying, well, you know, it's pretty clear to me that, you know, his gun, his bullet was the one that hit Axe. Now, first they said he shot at the police. Now they're saying he shot at the dog. Now they're only mentioning one shot from him, but yet that police chief says, well, if somebody is firing at police, you can be assured that police are going to fire back. Now, it is not saying, they're not saying that he fired any multiple rounds. They're saying he fired the shot, but you're going to hear this family spokesman saying that, you know, it is not even true that he did fire a shot, but, you know, you can see clearly the dog running away, and that dog does not appear to be shot then. But, you know, they're creating this narrative of, you know, Theo, you know, having a possible shootout at his own baby shower. That doesn't make sense. But once again, it's a tactic that they use to justify the clear-cut murder. 48 times. 48 times they shot this young man. If that's not overkill, I don't know what is. And once again, they're showing the picture of the dog, like the dog has some value of life as opposed to a human. Just watch this video and you'll see the family spokesman speak out about this as well.
Investigators say the shooting captured by cameras was justified.
7 Action News reporter Kim Russell is live in the newsroom. So, Kim, what does this mean?
The state attorney general's office says it's asking for all evidence and police reports gathered after this shooting and will take a look at everything. Today, the family is talking to us, saying this is a chance for justice.
Right now, we're just glad that the attorney general's office has stepped up to the plate and said that they will open an investigation into this matter. And it's our hopes, like I said, that they come forth and bring up charges on these individuals responsible.
The family of Theo Gray says they want the police who shot Theo charged. Here is what we know about what happened on November 4th at the Lakeland Manor Banquet Hall in St. Clair Shores. 29-year-old Theo Gray was there for his baby shower. police responded to reports of a man with a gun from banquet staff. Officers say Theo Gray matched the description of the suspect and ran. He allegedly didn't follow commands to stop as a canine officer, Axe, pursued him. Police say he had a gun and shot at officers who fired back. The canine officer and Theo Gray died in the shootout. Family members don't believe police allegations.
Theo Gray did not shoot the dog. Theo Gray Jr. did not shoot at the police officers. They had not proved or shown any evidence to say that this young man has shot the dog and or the police officers. They have come out and said that this dog was killed by what they say is friendly fire. We don't know what friendly fire is when you're firing a gun, firing bullets at somebody that's running with his back turned towards you.
The St. Clair Shores Police Department said at this time they have no comment. In the newsroom, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
All right, and so there you see the family spokesman, talking about, how it is irrational that this shooting is justified. Now, I have not received any information about the results of this attorney general investigation, but of course, we all know how these things go, where once again, a 29-year-old man was at his own baby shower, and they're saying that he shot at officers while running away, and, the guy mentioned friendly fire that the dog was possibly shot in. And then, of course, they are not knowing who shot the dog. And this happened once again in St. Clair Shores, and that is in Michigan. Maybe that's a suburb of Detroit, where, many of these shootings have taken place, and officers are oftentimes justified. Now, when asked about the situation and the investigation, what do they say? Of course, they say no comment. But the brother was laid to rest, and here's some footage from the scene of his funeral, and different people saying who he was and how he lived and how much he was loved in the community. A father to be taken away at his baby shower, which was celebrating the birth of his soon-to-be child.
Jameson Temple Baptist Church Saturday morning to remember 29-year-old Theo Gray Jr., a father-to-be, fatally shot on November 4th.
The church parking lot filled up well over a half an hour before the funeral even began. The streets around the church, well, they filled up too. Now people are parking in the grass, and the spokesman for the Gray family says this is a very visible example of just the impact this young man had.
I'm a dog lover, and a lot of people love dogs too. But right now, this is bigger to me than a dog being shot. You shot a human being down and didn't value his worth at all, So it's like all the attention was put on a dog, and it's like this young man's worth was devalued.
He says Theo Gray Jr. was a rap artist on the rise, a friend, a father-to-be, and only son to 2 working parents who'd been in love since middle school, that he was excited to be a father himself and had spent all day shopping for his son before being fatally shot by police outside his own baby shower. Police say Gray ran from police and shot a canine officer. That's when the human officers returned fire, hitting Gray.
They said that when they stepped up that this young man fit the description of somebody holding a long gun. Then they say he shot the dog with a handgun. Again, no gun has been found.
Police have not said whether a gun was found at the scene or not, just that Macomb County Sheriff's Department is investigating.
They got dash cam, they whatever the police wearing on their uniforms, they got access to everything that they need to show whether or not this young man actually shot that dog.
He says the Gray family wants justice, and as they lay their son Theo to rest, they want him to be remembered for his talent, his kindness, and devotion to friends and family.
All right, and once again, that family spokesman, shout out to him making very valid points. They said a man had a long gun, but then they're saying he shot them with a handgun. No dash cam footage, no body cam footage has been released. And furthermore, they're equating once again the human life to the life of a dog. That is what the life of black men in America has been reduced to. The life of a dog. The canine is more important. That this man had to be shot 48 times. And rest in peace to the young brother. I wanted to bring this matter up because somebody sent it to me, and we can't continue to let incidents like this go by unnoticed, unpublicized, unpropagated to, people like us who, are very concerned about these things. But, as the scripture says, there will be a fierce nation, a fierce continents that will come upon us that will not regard the young or the old. So we, the people of the Bible, the book, must be aware of, you know, the group of nations, the confederate that has been levied against us, and we must do what we can to protect ourselves and avoid these situations. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to this video. And if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, which allows this channel to continue to grow and be more prevalent in the internet space. But as always, I pray you have peace and blessings.
The scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Who keep the people informed? Stories abroad from literary work where the narrative's wrong. The research is always on point, the commentary is hard. It's Rich Teller raising the bar. Follow along, shout out to FBA, still FTP, pick up NFAC, and all my black families. It's three sides to all stories, which one you gon' believe? We run down on the false prophets when it comes to deceive. 100% urban world news, current events. We don't like them lies. Media is biased, we got God beside us. Ladies and gents is power. If you don't know by now, look around, we the darkest hours. Cops squeeze and hammers, cause they don't understand. We stop and freeze with our hands and kill us off like cancer. Don't speculate before the facts on the case. Telehouse, set them straight by smoking rich investigates. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.